Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, it's Beatrice Vivius here on St. Lucia Estuary beaches. There's quite a few people at Ingwe getting ready for fishing shad. The surf is not as big as yesterday morning when we got here. There's no mist. Got a beautiful sunrise. But I think on the outgoing tide we're going to have a huge side wash again, because the estuary mouth comes past right in front of us and there's a sandbank to the east. Beautiful morning, slight westerly wind. Let's see what happens on the launches. At boardwalk entrance. I also call it Estuary Beach. Loads of mullet in the water. Loads and loads and loads of mullet in the water. It's beautiful. By mullet. Lots of mullet jumping at the moment. Greater Crested Tern, juvenile, probably kicked out of its nest by some human activity. They nest in colonies on sandbanks. This would be the perfect place. This is the St. Lucia Estuary. That's in Fledgling Beach Channel. Beautiful sunrise. Very, very windy day. So, all the narration I did on the beach was null and void. Narrow channel towards the ocean. These youngsters leave the nest after about 38 to 40 days. But they're dependent on the colony to look after them for up to another 4 months. He was very disorientated and dehydrated. So, yeah. Sadly, being a World Heritage Site, we're not allowed to touch the indigenous birds and help them, and there's nobody that look after them if we do take them from the beach. Massive tree stumps still coming down the Fledgling Beach Channel, so there is some real plugs that got unstuck with the spring tide low, and there's some hippos in the distance. I'm amazed on how close I can get to the birds on this winter. The summer I wasn't that lucky. Look at this guy go in the wind. Through a sandbank to the east, right across the estuary mouth. Creates a huge side wash along the beach on the outgoing tide, a little bit better on the incoming tide. It's very shallow, very, very, very shallow, and it's not even completely low tide yet, and it's very, very, very shallow. Just missed the shot of the mullet that swam into the wash zone over there. Huge one. If I was still young, I could have picked it up and I would have had breakfast, but don't move that fast anymore. Here we can clearly see the wind blowing over the reeds has created a higher bank than normal. This channel here is full of bull mullets. It's so beautiful to see. It's just sad they don't get into the estuary that much. Shad just started coming out on sardine bait without plugs, so they're feeding on the bottom, and if you double up with squid you might get a nice bigger one. The squid sardine sandwiches that catches the big shad. Dusky rubberlip caught at Ingwe Beach, 3.5 kilos. A bastard mullet, tasselfish, small cobs coming out, and then we got some slingers coming out at Ingwe Beach.